Hello, fourth grade cellists. It's Mr. Man. We are going to talk about how to play pizzicato. Pizzicato means to pluck the strings. Before we get started, let's review our steps of how to hold the instrument and have good posture. I am sitting up straight. I'm away from the back of my chair. My feet are flat on the floor. The right shoulder of the cello is up near the bottom of my sternum, so near where my ribs meet. The left the C peg is lined up with my left ear. The left corner is hitting my left knee, and the curved part of the right side of the cello is up against my right knee. So make sure to have adjusted your end pin if you need to do that. Here's what I'd like you to do. With your right hand, hold up your right hand. Point at me. Point at my cello. Point at your ear. Your nose. Hold up your pointer finger. This is the finger that you will pluck with. I would like you to make an L shape. So with your thumb and your pointer finger. Now you will take that L, and the L, your thumb, is going to go against the edge of your fingerboard. So it's going to go on this part of the fingerboard that I'm running my thumb along. So it's going to go on the edge. It's not going to go on the part that the strings are facing, but along the side. And the distance where you're going to put it is about the same distance that that L makes. If I'm putting my pointer finger at the bottom of the fingerboard, it's about the distance of that L. The reason why you don't want to pluck in this space right here is because that's where your bow is going to be. And so we don't want any of the oil from our fingers. Our fingers are naturally oily. We don't want any of the oil to get in that area. So we've made our L. We've put our thumb against the fingerboard. We take our pointer finger. I'm wrapping my other fingers in. By the way, my left hand can just go up here on the shoulder right now. I want you to find your biggest, fattest string, what's the name of that string again, fourth graders? Is it the C string? I think it is. Find the C string, and I would like you to pluck it 4 times. Now you might say, Mr. Man, how do I pluck it? Playing pizzicato or plucking is not coming underneath the string and pulling it up. I'm pulling across the string. So I'm kind of like I'm catching and releasing it. Go ahead and pluck your C string a few times. And now, let's pluck it 4 times together. I'll count you in. 1, 2, ready, go. Good job. Move over 1 string. Take your pointer finger and go not on your big C string, but on the string right next to it, which is called what? Did you say G string? You're right, it's the G string. Pluck your G string 4 times. Remember, I am not on the big C string anymore. I'm on the one right next to it. Let's try that 4 times together. Ready, go. Good. Move over another string. So my pointer finger is the one moving over. My thumb stays against the fingerboard. We are now on the D string. This is a string that we will be plucking and using a lot in just a minute or two. Pluck the D string 4 times. 2, ready, go. D. You know the D string is so important? Let's do that one again. Let's try that 4 times. 2, ready, go now. D. Now, move over to our skinniest string, the one on the other side that's closer to my left hand. That is the A string. Let's try the A string together. Ready? 2, ready, go. Here's the A. Let's try the A string again. Ready, go. A. Good. I would like you to take a few minutes on your own of playing each string. Try it 4 times. Try going C, and then you give yourself a pause if you need to. Move over to the next string, G. And again, you can give yourself a second to get to the next string. And finally, the A string. Woo! So, the next step is we're actually going to try our first page of music. It is going to be called Song Sheet 1, and we'll try that together in just a second. Okay, let's try Song Sheet 1. It is available as a PDF in Google Classroom, and also I have the split screen going right now so you can see it as well. This is line 1, so you'll notice that it says to play D. That is referring to your open D string, which again is not the skinny A string, but it's the one right next to it. So that's the one that we're going to pluck. If you look at line 1, how many D's are in a row before they are separated by a line? Count them really quick. There are 4 D's in a row. Now, that's called a measure, by the way, which we'll get to that. How many D's, how many sets of 4 are there in the whole line? Count it. There are 4 sets of 4 D's, which, what is 4 times 4? 16. So really you're playing 16 open D's, or 4 sets of 4. How I would count it is I would count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that together. So we're just plucking only the D string. Let's try it. This is Song Sheet 1, line number 1. Ready? 2, sit up straight. Let's make sure check. Is the right shoulder still at your sternum? Is the left peg, C peg, lined up with your left ear? Is the corner hitting your left knee and the curved part hitting your right knee? Here we go, line 1. 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. Now, let's try it without me helping you count. Here we go. Ready, go. Hopefully you all stopped with me. Now there's one last piece to Song Sheet 1, line 1. You'll notice at the end of the line, there is a double line and 2 dots. That is called a repeat sign, which means you go back to the beginning, and you do the whole thing over again. So really, use your math skills for a second. How many open D's are we playing in a row, including the repeat sign? The answer is 32. 32 open D's, or 8 sets of, there's 8 measures of the 4. Let's try it together. I'll help you with the repeat. 2, ready, go. Repeat it, go. job, fourth graders. Let's try something a little harder. Let's look at line 2 on song sheet 1. How many D's are in a row at the beginning of it? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 D's, but then it changes, doesn't it? Then it moves to 4 A's. So we are actually moving from the D string over to the A string. And we play 4 A's. Then we go back to D. And then we go back to A. Let's try it together without the repeat the first time. This is line number 2. 2, ready, go. Good job. Let's try it now with the repeats. Ready? 2, ready, go. Repeat it, go. Nicely done. Now, fourth graders, you can practice those 2 lines by yourself, and you should. Please take some time to practice both of those lines on your own. You can use the video, you can rewind the video, you can use the parts where I'm playing along with you. That aspect is really up to you, how you choose to practice it, but you do need to practice it. Don't forget to check. Is the right shoulder lined up with the bottom of your sternum? Is the C peg lined up with your left ear? Is the left corner hitting your left knee? Is the curved part hitting your right knee? On our pizzicato, are you making the L and plucking with your pointer finger while your thumb stays anchored against the fingerboard? There's a lot to think about. Please take some time to practice, and I look forward to hearing what you guys are able to do.